Now, this puzzle is hands down harder than all of the others. You're going to use the same procedures, but it is just a heck of a lot harder to wrap your head around. And the first time I tried to do it, I said, okay, that's my center and this is my white cross. And I couldn't have been more wrong. Uh, Let me explain to you as we jumble this up. Now, what we're going to do is we're actually going to treat each of these pieces right here as our centers. Might seem a little counterintuitive here, but if you take a look at this piece right here can't really jumble up very much just as a center, and this cross right here is actually this trapezoid, this trapezoid, this double triangle piece, and this double triangle piece. That's your cross. So you might even have a hard time jumbling this puzzle up a bit, but if you keep these lines in mind, just think of it as, okay, I need to move like this. And I'm keeping each center aligned. And I can keep rotating it as I keep the centers aligned. I'm keeping the centers aligned every single turn. I'm just doing 90-degree turns. And this is a little difficult to wrap your head around at first. But once you can wrap your head around how this shape actually moves, the puzzle becomes a lot easier. I would say if you can't wrap your head around it, the puzzle's unsolvable. So maybe just watching the first minute of this video is going to make the puzzle solvable for you. Just remember, try to keep those centers aligned. Kind of like a three-dimensional axis where you have an up-down axis, a left-right, and a front and back axis. I believe that's why you would call it the axis cube if you asked me. But we're going to get started on this very shortly. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick this green-white as my center. And I'm going to go after the white trapezoid that connects here or here. So there's the white trapezoid. Let's see if it connects right here. It doesn't. Move it back. See if I can slide it down there. Get those pieces lined up, right? Here's my white trapezoid. I'm going to turn it right into it. There we go. And I actually had the green trapezoid for free. Look at that. So just remember, this cross, just like any other cross, is edge pieces. But notice this one right here is white, green. So if I hold the white and green next to each other like that, what should be on the bottom? Orange. So where is the white orange? It's actually conveniently put over here. Notice it's in the edge piece, so if I rotate it over here, it could be in the right spot. And it is. So now we're going to be looking for a piece that is green-orange next. So I have located my green-orange. It's down here. Now I'm going to move it from here to the next edge location. And let's see if sweeping it all the way to the top will get it in the right spot. 90, 180. Now that didn't put it in the right spot. So let's think about this. How would we fix something like that on this? Well, what if I put this out of position? What if I put it in upside down? What if I was trying to make a red cross and I go, well, damn, that's not in the right spot. I would push it down, move the top over, then push that up, and I'd have my cross. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to push this piece down into that layer, push my top over. You can tell MoU didn't make this puzzle. It's definitely a YJ puzzle. And now we're going to put this edge right back up. And that right there, we got our cross, guys. Look at that. So now, what do you think the next step is? This is a 3D puzzle with morphing. So it is somewhat like a super cube. what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to orient the next centers around it. So this one right here is orange, white. Just going to line it up with the orange, white. Is the orange, white even here? There is no orange, white. So what do you think has to go here? Well, if you don't know, we can just keep turning this. Here is a white, red. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Now this one looks like it's in the right spot, so I'm pretty sure this one's got to be in the right spot. But let's think about why it's in the right spot first. So if you take a look at a standard 3x3, if you're going green, white, what has to be on top? Red. So this one would have to be red, white. Over here, orange what? Orange, blue. And over here, have to be yellow with it. So let's orient these tips. You know, I'm not going to orient the tips on the video. I think you guys know how to orient the tips. If you're doing the axis cube, you should know how to orient tips. So now I have my tips oriented, and we're going to start putting in these pieces. Now remember, this was the center, this was the edge, this is the center. So the piece that we're inserting here is actually the corner piece, and this is the corner piece that needs to go in there. Triangular piece. Does it go in like this? No. Does it go in like this? No. So what we're going to have to do is flip it upside down. We're going to push it out of the way. You know what? Maybe when you're on Sexy Move with it a couple times. Maybe that would be fun. Up, over, down, over. Up, over, down, back over. Now is it going to go in the right spot? I think it will if we go this way with it. Yes, it will. So how do we insert it so it goes in like this? I think we're going to go this way. Yes, that did it. Now we're going to insert a couple more corners. Let's talk about what the pieces should look like. I think they're just going to be these isosceles triangle pieces getting inserted here, where this one's green, this one's white, and this one is orange. Let's get them. So now what we're going to do is we're going to insert our white piece. So how can you tell if this white piece is going to get slotted in there correctly? Well, if you turn it down, you can see it is getting slotted in there correctly. So now that gives us the okay or the thumbs up to slot it in just like you would slot in any corner piece. We're going to slide it over, turn that part up, push it over here, and pull it down. Now, is that correct? No, it's not correct. So why didn't it work? It would be like inserting it backwards on a 3x3. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide it this way. It's a little bit of troubleshooting sometimes. Now we have it slotted in there correctly. Now we're going to go after this green piece right here. Where is that green piece? Here it is right here. So in order to do this green piece, we're going to have to pull it out. So that gives me the thumbs up to say, you know what? Let's just go after that orange piece instead. Now here's the orange piece right here. So what do you think, guys? Do you think that's going to go in correctly? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no again. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to run some Sexy Move with it. I think 3 times, and it should insert it. Up, over, down, over, up, time. Up, over, down, over. Now, last over wasn't really necessary, but I think you get the idea. You can insert these pieces just like you would on a 3x3. I'm trying to go slow and deliberate here. So what about this piece, this green one? I saw the green hanging out back here. There's a possibility we can just kind of sweep him into place. I don't think that looks very good right there. I think we messed up a piece. Yeah, we did. So this green piece. The green piece. No, that's a bad joke. But anyway, we're going to get this guy in there. Does he go in this way? It goes in there perfect. So I think if we slide it over this way, nope. Have to slide it over this way. So now what we have done our first two layers. We have done our first layer on a Rubik's Cube. It is a little bit to wrap your head around, but we do have the first layer and we have all of the next centers oriented properly. The next thing we're going to do is finish up our second layer. So the next piece we're going to put in is that red trapezoid up there. Looks like the red trapezoid is right here. So we're going to ask ourselves some questions. Should the red trapezoid get inserted this way? I don't think so. I don't think it looks like it gets inserted that way at all. I think it looks like it gets inserted from this side. Let's check. Oh yeah, look how flush that is. So we're going to insert that by pushing it away. Sorry. Push it away. Just like on a 3x3. Just like you would on a 3x3. I would actually grab a 3x3 and try it on a 3x3 before you try it on this one over here. That's not a bad idea. We're going to try to insert another piece. We're going to try to get this piece right there. Now remember, all these pieces are edge pieces. So does it go in correctly like this? No. Does it go in correctly like this? Well, the answer better be yes after we just said no, the last one. So we're going to insert it just like you would, beginner's method. Push it away. Up, over, down to make the pair, and then we do our insert. We're looking good now, man. We're looking really good. Now we're going to try to go after this one. This one should be the green yellow, and I think it's right here. So does it go in like this? Yes, it does. So we're going to push it away. We're going to do our up, over, down. That'll pair. Now we insert. You can use any insert you really want. Whatever you're comfortable with. It's very awkward to turn this. It's very awkward to turn it fast. I'm trying to go as slow as I can for you guys. Now we're going to get this guy right here. Orange something. What is that piece going to be? Is it a trapezoid? It might be the trapezoid. Let's check it. It is. It is that trapezoid piece. Turn it away. Up, over. Back down the pair. Now we just insert piece as we would on a 3x3. And what we have done now is we have completed the entire first 2 layers, and we're now working on the last piece, the last layer. So I think you know what the next step is to get a cross on top, but you're going to say it's not all going to be the same color. Well, you're right. So we do piece by piece and we check the orientation. Blue, that is not the right orientation, so we're at 0. Let's check this yellow one. Nope. So the trapezoids are not in the proper orientation. That's 0. This one. This one right here, I'm going to say is not the right orientation either. So this one should not be in the right orientation either. Let's check it just for fun. Was that it? Yeah, that was the right spot. So none of them are oriented properly. This is like the dot case. So what we're going to do is we're going to run the dot case fix. And everyone should know that from 3x3. So what that should have done is, that should have got me a minus sign on top. What would this minus sign look like? Well, this blue one right here is not oriented at all. Let's check this one. That one's not good either. So something may not be right here. This one's looking good. What about this one? Is this one good? Yes. So we actually have 2 pieces, these 2 pieces. So now we have our L case. And now we're just going to run that fix. So now they should all be in the correct orientation, but they might not be in the right spot. They're technically all yellow up. Let's see if they are. That one is slotted correctly. What about this blue trapezoid? Yes, it is. About this one? Yes, it is. Yellow trapezoid? Absolutely. They're all slotted correctly, but now we need to get them in the right spot. Notice when we slotted this one, that one was also done. So now all we need to do is run a soon case and it'll switch these 2 around. That's up, over, down, over, up, over 2 more times. In either direction, does not matter since it's a cube. Down and over 1 more time. Now all we need to do is get these pieces in the right spot, and after they are in the right spot, we beginner's method finish it. Luckily the red one is already in the right spot, so I'm going to use my cycle move. Just cycle those ones. Once again, sorry, I am fighting a pretty bad cold right now. And it looks like we're just down to beginner's method finish here, which is pretty exciting. But remember, this is our last layer right here. Don't lose hindsight with this. We're going to be running that upside down sexy move to reorient this one, and any other ones. But those are the only 2 on my case. That's down, over, up, over 1 more time. And we're going to keep running it until it's into the right spot. Over, up, over. Does not look like it's good yet. We're going to have to run it 2 more times here. Down, over, up, over, down, over, up. And don't forget to do that last over. Maybe you'll get to hear my lovely dog barking at these fireworks in New Jersey now that they're legal. Slide it over. Dog, can you please stop? Down. Over. Up. Over one more time. And this should do it right here. Down. Over. Up. Over. And we have completed the axis cube. Fantastic, guys. I'm going to show you one more thing that could happen with your axis cube in a moment, and I'll show you how to fix it. But don't fix it until you run into this at the very end. So what if you're solving your cube and this happens? Bummer, right? It's a very, very easy fix. It's very similar to the Pyraminx, and the proof for it is very similar to the Pyraminx. If you recall on the Pyraminx, there's a move where you move one side down, move the top over, move it back up, move it back over again. And you keep doing that until all the pieces have cycled. What we're going to do is we're going to run that combo until this is fixed. Down, over, up, over. We're just going to keep doing that the entire time. Down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over, and look at that. We have fixed it. That's your parity case, not really parity case, on the axis cube. Guys, this is a pain in the ass the first time I did it, and anyone that's struggling with it, I do feel bad for you. I hope you do watch the video, and I know the video is very long-winded. Most of my videos are very long-winded. I try to take my time with them, but any questions, comments, you can put them on the discussion board. You can put them in comments below. You can send me a private message. Anything you'd like to do that I can help you out with this, I'd love to do it, guys. Have a great night. Thank you.